to recognize Alexandria excellence. We have a lot of people here in this room. I want to recognize a number of them before we get started. First of all, my colleagues from the Alexandria City Council who are here. We have Alexandria City Councilman Kenneth Aguirre, Alexandria City Councilman John Taylor Chapman, Alexandria City Councilman Kirk McPike. We have members of the Alexandria School Board, the chair, Dr. Michelle Reif, Megan Alderton, Chris Harris, Tim Beatty. We have Kelly Booz here somewhere. We have Ashley Simpson-Baird here somewhere. We have former Mayor Bill Ewell, former Mayor Allison Silberberg, Senator Adam Eben, and we had Delegate Elizabeth Bennett Parker, and I believe she had to leave, and we also had Congressman Don Beyer who was here. Everyone in this room remembers where they were on that day in August when this man became the fastest man in the world. For me, I was driving down the Jersey Turnpike. I do not recommend driving down the Jersey Turnpike and trying to monitor a 100-meter Olympic final. It is not a safe thing to do. But we all remember where we were, because at the bottom of that screen, when he came on that track, it said Noah Lyles, Alexandria, Virginia. And everyone, whether you graduated from here, whether you are still a student from here, whether you live in the city of Alexandria, whether you used to live in the city of Alexandria, you had a piece of pride for that incredible accomplishment and the fact that Noah Lyles represented our city better than anybody else in the world. But even beyond the accomplishments on the track, we are so proud, Noah, of what you have used your platform to do. You have used your platform to raise visibility on mental health and asthma and the adversity that you have faced in your life. And that is more important than any accomplishment on the track, and that is an accomplishment that not only gives people pride and belief that they can go to the next day, but that is an accomplishment that saves lives. And so we are so proud of what you have done, Noah. Now, before I read a couple things, I also want to recognize somebody else who is here. The only reason Noah's here is because his mom. Now, you know how when you meet someone famous and they met someone else famous, you feel connected to that person? Every time I saw Keisha Kane Bishop on TV, she was sitting next to Snoop Dogg. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I am 1 degree from Snoop Dogg now. So, let's give it up to Keisha Kane Bishop, Noah's mom, and Snoop Dogg's best friend. All right, Congressman Beyer had to leave, but he gave me his a part of the congressional record that he had recorded, and I want to read a little bit of that, and then I have a proclamation on behalf of my colleagues from the City Council. So Congressman Beyer put in the congressional record, Mr. Speaker, I would like to honor my constituent and Olympic champion Noah Lyles. Born on July 18, 1997 and raised in Alexandria, Virginia, Noah became the fastest man in the world at 27 years old, completing the 100-meter race at 9.79 seconds at the 2024 Olympics in Paris, where he brought home the gold medal. He is the first American to win the 100-meter gold medal since 2004, a remarkable accomplishment that united us as a nation in pride. Noah also won the bronze medal in the 200-meter race, a reflection of his talent and determination on the world stage. On behalf of my constituents in the Virginia 8th Congressional District, I extend heartfelt congratulations to Noah Lyles, Donald S. Byer Jr., 8th District of the Commonwealth of Virginia. And now I have a proclamation on behalf of the City of Alexandria. We already provided Noah with a key to the city after his world championship. So some were suggesting maybe we should give him like a keychain now and give him a few more keys, but we're going to stick with a proclamation today. Whereas the Olympic gold medalist and Alexandria native Noah Lyles is known the world over as a fierce and compassionate athlete who espouses a bold and competitive spirit. More importantly, he is known for his self-propelled velocity. He is thus the quintessential Olympian. Whereas he has proudly represented our city and nation in all stages of athletic competition, whether it be at the start and finish lines, the arena of public discourse, or the champion's podium. Whereas Noah Lyles is an esteemed graduate of T.C. Williams, now Alexandria City High School, class of 2016, and was 2 years ago inducted in the Alexandria City Public Schools Athletic Hall of Fame. Since his graduation, he has become a household name as one of the world's most elite athletes, winning his first world championship in 2019 in Doha, capturing bronze at the 2021 Tokyo Olympic Games, and at the 2022 World Athletic Championships in Eugene, Oregon. He won gold in the 200-meter with a time of 19:31, setting a new championship record. In 2023, Lyles won the 100-meter, 200-meter, and 4x100-meter events, making him the first man since, who's this guy? Usain Bolt in 2015 to complete the sprint treble at the World Championships. And whereas today he is the world's fastest man, having won the gold medal. Having won the gold medal in the 100-meter event for Team USA at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympic Games on August 4th, he ended the U.S. 20-year Olympic drought in the men's 100-meter, crossing the finish line in 9.784 seconds. 4 days later, he took bronze in the 200-meter with a time of 19.70 seconds. And whereas Noah Lyles' conduct on and off the track serve as an example for all Alexandrians, and therefore all Americans, he and his brother Josephus, also a decorated world-class sprinter, created the Lyles Brothers Sports Foundation, which empowers youth through the advancement of health and wellness in our community. He has utilized his global recognition and status to cultivate and deliver a positive message which destigmatizes mental health issues. And whereas for these reasons, he is a worthy advocate for all athletes and Alexandrians, and is thus an ambassador for the City of Alexandria. Now, therefore, I, Justin M. Wilson, Mayor of the City of Alexandria, Virginia, and on behalf of the Alexandria City Council, do hereby celebrate, recognize, and acknowledge the Olympic and global feats, the athletic career, the advocacy, and excellent example of Noah Lyles, the world's fastest man and Olympic gold medalist. In the City of Alexandria, and I call this observance to the attention of all of our citizens, in witness whereof I am herein to set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Alexandria to be affixed this 22nd day of September 2024. Congratulations, Noah. Thank you for representing us.
Good evening. My name is A.K. Johnson. I am the former track and field coach here at T.C. Williams High School and athletic director. I welcome you. On behalf of the family of Rashad Jackson, his sisters here, that's Paulette, now part Hope. Hope, will you stand please? So on behalf of the family, we want to thank you for including him in your awards this evening. As the mayor talked about that 100-meter dash finals, and I heard your interview after the race, and you talked about the closing 2 meters, 1 meter, a half a meter, and you said something divine intervention took over you. And I probably was something that you heard from Coach Rashad Jackson, who I'm going to talk about. Many times I heard you say to you, lean at the end. And I think you heard that. And I said to myself, you heard something. And I think you acknowledged that. It's just like myself today. Last night, when I was asked to put this together 2 weeks ago, and I put my thoughts together. And I relate back to the time when Sean was an athlete, ran here, participated in sports here at TC, Alexandria City High School. Correct me. But one of the things we used to have every Friday before our meeting, and I would give a speech to the team talking about the next day. This particular day, I was in the hallway in the old school, going over a couple of notes. Rashad walked in the hallway, took my notes, and said to me, you don't need that. Do it from here. And that meant a lot to me because no one special in your life can make a difference than this guy here. He had a lot of role models that he looked up to as a coach and as an athlete. But before I go any further, I'd like to, any former athletes, Rashad, please stand. Any former football or track athletes of Alexandria City High School, please stand. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. And I'd also like to recognize those coaches of Rashad, Noah, Mike Hughes, the head coach. I know you're in the building. You stand, please. Oh, there you go. Donna. Adam, I know you're here somewhere. Alton. Again, there you are. Again, coaches, John Wooten said, before I do that, I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm just all over the place, but excuse me. All right, you can have a seat now. The story I was talking about regarding the speech I had prepared this morning as I was going through the process of printing it out, getting it ready, copying it, I turned away and it was gone, just disappeared. I went through my phone trying to locate it, but one thing came to mind with that particular day that Rashad said, Coach, you can do this from your heart. In Alexandria, Rashad loved this place. He loved it so much where he left high school and went on to Elizabeth City State University. But he also came back and started working as a coach, coaching football, coaching track, and also working in the city. And just like someone taught him how to be a lifeguard, he did the same. And so many students, athletes that he had coached over the years. Yes, Noah, Josephine, and many others are great athletes. But the life that he lived and the expectation he had for them was greater than anything else. Someone said before that I think a coach can be many things. The coach can help you win a game, but a coach can also make sure that you prepare for life challenges. We talked all the time about expectations. That's Rashad. He was one of those athletes that I recall that When things were down, he had something to say. And sometimes his wit of saying it would just break everybody out into laugh. But he was one of the greatest competitors I've ever known, because he never quit. And he also taught that with his students that he coached. The coaching philosophy that he adhered to was one that he saw where the importance of the student athletes was the driving force of him going every day doing his job. You ever been around him? I mean, he could have been a gymnast because he could do flips all the way around this court. He could have been a great long jumper where he was. He had great leaders, but most of all, to his student athletes, he was a father figure because that's what he had. And again, we lost a great one. What he left with us, he's not here now, but I guarantee you, he's sitting up there in his chair, he's looking down, and he was one of those guys that was very humble. He was standing in the background. You asked him to take a team picture, he would back up and sit back here. But today is his day. Today is a time that right now I know he is having a good time. He has a smile on his face because he is getting the recognition not only for what Noah may achieve, but also that he was a part of it. Noah was a special athlete to him. We talk all the time. He called me when Noah was a sophomore. He said, "Coach, I got this kid. These kids, they're outstanding." And the first question I said, "What about the people around him?" He said, "They're going to make them great." And guess what they did? Noah's senior year, Rashad and I laughed about this, at the Penn Relays. In 1993, AC, we beat the Jamaicans in the 4x100 relay. We ran 40.53. That year, Noah's senior year, they ran 40.53. So it's a school record. So he called me and he said, "Coach, we broke your record." And I had to say, "Rashad, do you still work at Alexandria City Public Schools?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "That's our record. But you broke the record. But one thing that you keep in mind, that the fact is, we got the wheel. We beat the Jamaicans. We were the champion." So he reminded me. So he went on as assistant coach to win 2 state championships here. 2014, 2015. What, 3, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying correct. Because, I won 9, so you still got a long way to go. But the most important thing he said to me that evening was the fact that the last team was probably the best team that he ever had been a part of. Rashad Jackson. He's not here in spirit. I'm sorry, he's not here in flesh. But his spirit is in this city. It's the dedication to young people over the years, his commitment for excellence, and most important is he understood student athlete because that's what he strived to be. We miss a good one. His legacy will be forever. As long as I live, I never in my lifetime could think I would be here to talk about a former athlete. I figured they'd be talking about me and my contribution to time. But he's young. We always say the good ones die young, and he was a good one. Please honor him, respect him, and whatever you do in life, as a former student athlete, as a former coach, as a former friend, remember the great things about this young man. Remember the things that he may have said to you that may register now, but didn't register then. Rashad Jackson, a man of character, a man of goodwill. Thank you.
Okay, we're almost ready for the main event. Good afternoon. My name is Mark Eisenhower, and I proudly serve as the chair of the Alexandria City Public Schools Athletic Hall of Fame. And I also want to do a quick announcement. that on October 12th at 2 o'clock in the auditorium, we're going to be doing the class of 2024, which is going to include some of Noah's teammates from 2016. Speaking of the Hall of Fame, 2 years ago, we had a big problem. 2 years ago, we had one plaque, about this big, and we had to fit everything that Noah and Josephus did during their careers on one plaque. A tough job. So I'm going to try to do the same thing today as I introduce him without making you wait half an hour to hear the man of the hour. In high school, in addition to countless district, state, and regional titles, he was a 2016 World Under-20 champion in the 100 and 4x1, the U.S. national record holder, and the 2015 Pan Am Junior champion in the 200, the 2015 U.S. Junior champion in the 100 and 200, the 2014 Youth Olympic Games champion in the 200, and most importantly for this audience, in 2016, he finished in 4th place in the U.S. trials. And what was he wearing during that race? He was wearing his TC singlet. Okay, now AC. After high school, he continued to excel. As we all know, he's a 2-time Olympian with the bronze medal in 2020 and a gold and a bronze medal, of course, in 2024 in Paris. A 3-time Olympic trials champion, a 6-time world champion in outdoor track, a 2-time world silver medalist in indoor track, an American record holder in the 200, the 4x1, and the 300 indoor, a 3-time U.S. champion in the 100, 200, and 300 meter indoor, and at least 5, I have down here, a 5-time Diamond League champion in the 100 and 200 meters. A round of applause. And believe me, I'm not a great speaker, so I tried to shorten that as much as I could. Beyond all those achievements, Noah is a better person than an athlete. Off the track, he co-founded the Lyles Brothers Sports Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit created to enhance mental and physical health and wellness of youth, and has donated over $100,000 in Adidas sports attire to local high schools, including ACHS. So at this time, we need to get on our feet one more time, and please welcome the man of the hour, Mr. Noah Lyles.
You guys can all be seated. I don't want to have you guys standing up for too long. Whew. I don't know if you guys know those things are heavy. So for anybody who knows me, they know that I do not plan my speeches. And today is no different. But I promise you I will not have you here forever. Thank you, Pops. First of all, I want to thank everybody in the city who has done anything to help not only the education, but everybody who's helped the city provide and grow. And I thank you for this wonderful moment. You know, a lot of people become Olympians, and you know, I'm thankful that I have a city that supports me and comes out and gives thanks that I was even from here. Not everybody has that opportunity, so I'm blessed to have this. Thank you. Most of my life has been centered around ups and downs, peaks and valleys, and definitely team-oriented achievements. And even though I was the only person who carries the medal, I have an amazing team, and I can thankfully say that all of you are part of my team. And I'd like to thank the coach for coming up here and talking about, you know, Rashad. You know, we had a nickname for him when when we were on the team, his nickname was Fat Man. He approved of the nickname. But as the season went on and years went on, and until I got to my senior year, he wasn't very fat anymore. So we had to start calling him by Rashad Jackson. But to be honest, I think we all had a Fat Man in our hearts. And I was tearing up as you was talking because there was a lot of hard parts during the. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to cry while I'm up here. Rashad Jackson was a very instrumental piece in my career. You know, my whole family knows that when I heard the news, I just won the 200 meters. It was the day after the 200 meters at trials, U.S. Olympic trials, and it was kind of a shock because, you know, we were at brunch and we were having a good celebratory moment, and then I get a text from an old teammate, and he's telling me that, Coach Rashad had died, and I reached out to Gardner because I was like, if anybody's gonna know, it's gonna be Gardner. And he was like, no, this can't be possible. And we were all in quite a bit of doubt in the moment, and then somebody had clarified for us, and it was a very hard moment. But I think the harder moment was when I was at the Village, and it was a few days before the 100 started, and I heard that I wasn't gonna be able to show up to his funeral. And I knew I wasn't gonna be able to be there for the death of him, but I at least thought I was gonna be able to be there for his passing and to give my remarks, because he had a huge inspiration on my life. I remember the first day he told me that he thought I could be a 100-meter runner on top of being a 200-meter runner. And when I first came to TSC, I was just here for high jump. You know, me and Coach Gardner was my high jump coach, and I was just here for high jump. That's all I wanted to do. And I started running 300s and 200s, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. And then, you know, after, yeah, kind of funny to think about that now. But, you know, eventually I started doing the 100, and he was like, I think you can be state champion in the 100. I'm like, what? No. And he's like, nah, I think you can. And he's like, I'm gonna start training you as a 100-meter runner as well. So he was like, every great sprinter can do both. And I was like, all right, then I'll do both. And I thought that the day that I won the biggest event for the 100, he would be there to see it. And it was hard not having him there physically. Of course, knowing that he's here spiritually, but it was hard. It was hard, and getting through each day. He wasn't the only challenge, but that was definitely something that stayed on my heart. So I'm very thankful for him, and I'm glad that I got to meet his sister. I'm sorry this is the first time we're meeting, but I'm sorry. I'm horrible with making faces. But like Coach was saying, Coach Rashad was a father figure. I saw him become legal guardians of some of us on the track team. For those of us who didn't have legal guardians and parents, I saw him take it many people. I watched him be a father and to people who were ready to give up on school. And, you know, they'd come over to Chicken Pen and they talk to him and they feel so much better, and they, you know, feed into the track team. And me and my brother came in with that. He's like, we're gonna win states freshman year, we're gonna win states. And he's like, yeah. You know, and we kind of took him out of his comfort zone, but you know, it was a team. This is where he was a strong piece of that team. Because we need a coach. You need a coach to get through these moments, and for now, I think that's where I'm going to leave with Coach Rashad. But I'm thankful for all of you being somewhat a part of my team in some way, shape, or form. Whether that's just you cheering through the TVs, that's you donating, that's you showing up to our camps at our nonprofit that, you know, my mom and pops have been able to come up for the last 2 summers and put on, and I got to see the kids wearing their t-shirts at the Olympic trials, and those are special moments. And, you know, as we were going around the parade, one of the kids was running around because I signed one of his shirts, and it was amazing to see him from here make his way all the way to Eugene, Oregon. I don't know if you've ever been to Eugene, Oregon. There's not a lot out there. There is nothing out there. And here, this bright-eyed kid was so excited for this moment after the 200. And I'm just like, wow, you know, you're here to see me? I was astonished, and still being able to say, you know, I say every day that somebody's like, oh, where'd you go to college? I didn't go to college, but you know that movie, Remember the Titans? Yeah, that's why I went to high school. And I feel very proud to be able to say that every time. Not because I'm an Olympian, but because there's so much history. And even knowing that it was TC who was the first American team to beat the Jamaicans at pin relays. Yeah, my girlfriend's laughing, you know she's Jamaican. They win every year, but that year we won. And best believe we were trying to also win when we were here. That's a hard achievement. They've only gotten faster. But I'm very proud every time I'm able to come back here, because I feel that even though I didn't live here all my life, it's a huge part of my life. This is where I started my journey to becoming the Noah Lyles that you see today. This is where I stopped focusing so much on high jump and became a sprinter. This is where I won all those accolades, where I broke the high school national record, where I got involved and, you know, had moments of getting the key to the city, you know. How many people can say they got a key to a city? So I'm very honored to be here, and everybody, I'm extremely grateful that each and every one of you cheered. And for everybody who can't be here and wanted to be here, thank you. Because it's not easy. So like promised, I'm gonna let you all go, but again, as I go into the next part of my life and I keep going and winning accolades, I want you all to know that I truly am blessed to have you all a part of my team.
My name is Adam Overton. I'm the track coach here at ACHS, and it's with great pride that we stand here today before the City of Alexandria to honor our hometown hero and champion. We'd like to present Noah with a small token of admiration. It's an Olympic Titan pennant in honor of your great achievement. My wife and I had the great fortune to witness the 100-meter dash live in Paris. And the emotions we felt on that evening were unbelievable. I would say equivalent to when my children were born. When I married my wife. And when she was elected official here in the City of Alexandria. If that didn't make everyone here proud to be a Titan, I don't know what would. So yes, Noah, you got this. And we are so very proud to have you. Congratulations.
Do I need to stay up here? Do I need to stay up here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening. No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Plus, I don't want to stand next to you with your keep jacket on when I have my keep jacket and my pearls on. But I'm so glad that Mr. Alderton jumped in, because after listening to your story, I was quite emotional and feeling your passion. So, Mr. Alderton, you saved me from the ugly cry on stage. So what an honor and privilege it is to be here with so many of our community members to celebrate the fastest man in the world. So there is a first grader who knew I was coming here today, and I said, I'm going to meet the fastest man in the world. And he was like, oh, that is great, Dr. K. They call me Dr. K. And I said, yes, and he's going to be here and tell your family. And this young man said, you should race him. I won't tell you my age, but you can see I barely made it up here on the podium. So I'm not racing you. So if that student is out here today, I'm sorry, I'm not racing Noah. I don't think I could make it. But it's so wonderful to be here today, to have all of our elected officials with us and to celebrate with your family, and really to honor the late assistant track coach, Rashad Jackson. I think there was family here. I know you stood up again, but I think anytime we have any members that come to be a part of our school community that have such a great impact on our students, they deserve another round of applause. Thank you for sharing your family with us. We are so honored. I had an amazing speech of all of these talking points of what Noah had accomplished. He graduated in 2016 and all of these great things, and then the mayor took him. Then the former coach took him. And Mr. Like, I had nothing left to say about all of your greatness, but I do have another surprise. And when you asked about should I stay up here, I want to talk about 2020. Does anyone remember what happened in 2020 in Tokyo? This is a quiz. I'm an educator. I'm going to give you a quiz. Yeah, come on, I saw it on your face. Yell it out. Students, okay. This is not an SOL, we're good. In 2020, in Tokyo, Noah won the bronze medal in the 200 meter. And because of that, we're also going to celebrate that. And we have a special guest with us today. Senator Evan, if you could step forward, please.
Thank you, Dr. K. Wyatt. Noah, we in the Virginia Senate passed a lot of legislation, and it's not always so easy to do. There's not always a lot of agreement. Some things bring us together, though, and you're one of those things that brought us together. We passed a commending resolution in 2020 celebrating your accomplishments to that date, and it was 140 to nothing. Not too many of my bills go through 140 to nothing. So thank you for that. But this is just a testament to your preparation, your dedication, your will, your outspokenness, your stick-to-itness, and all that you've accomplished. And my colleagues, when you won in Paris, my phone started blowing up, and they said, "Can Noah Lyles come to Richmond so we can show him that we're so proud of him?" And this is just a joint resolution commending you, and it's a testament that not only is your hometown Alexandria proud of you, but the entire Commonwealth of Virginia is proud of you, as well as this country. So thank you.
I'm glad I could make it so easy.
I think that's all this time.
Okay.
Noah's like, do I wait or can I sit down? You never know what's going to happen when you come to ACHS. So I hope today we can all draw inspiration from Noah as he's one to never give up. But I do want to share something. In fact, on August the 4th, Noah, if you remember this, on X, I almost said Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, this is what Noah posted. I say it too. I have asthma, allergies, dyslexia, ADD, anxiety, and depression, but I will tell you that what you have does not define what you can become. Why not you? Why not you? As we celebrate this Titan today, I want you to think of the power of dreams and hard work and the community support that you have here in Alexandria. Thank you for your generous support of us. Take away today, why not you? Have the impact. Our coaches, our teachers, our elected officials, even you as students. Why not you? Help us celebrate our fastest man, Olympian. Welcome home, Noah. Welcome home. At this time, I am bringing up, can I say the world's fastest mom? I'm not sure that's official. Please welcome, she has a name, but all the students know her as Noah's mom. Coming up.
have a few of you here. Can you stand up so I can scream for you? Or if you work out there, if you work out there, I love it, I love it. I see I can't answer, but they're not standing. Come on, ladies. Woo! Thank you so much. Well, I am going to be really fast because just like Noah, I have ADD too. So we're going to get through this really quickly. But I want to thank you guys for being here because without our community, this would have never, ever happened. So thank you for taking your time to come out. And I'm going to shout out a couple of people. I don't know if the owner of Fairlington Pizza is here, but we love the owner of Fairlington Pizza. I just know him as the guy who used to beat my kids every Friday night. Because Coach Rashad would actually take his paycheck and take the whole track team to Fairlington Pizza to feed them. So shout out to Fairlington Pizza. Thank you, Nick. And I just want to say, I'm going to give a couple of people their flowers. Thank you, Coach Hughes, for driving all over town and all over the world for my boys. Thank you, Coach Garner, who is an amazing high jump coach for trying to pull out the entire day. Of course, we thank Coach Rashad because without him, my boys would have never lived their Olympic dreams. When they were in 9th grade, they went to Coach Rashad and said they wanted to make the Olympic team as high schoolers. And he didn't laugh at them, he didn't put them down, he didn't doubt them. He figured out a way to make it happen along with Coach Hughes and Coach Garner. So I am so appreciative of that. And I just want to thank the TC Boosters and this community for helping us fundraise because I was a single mom at the time, recently divorced when we relocated here. And all of our counselors, everybody came together and helped make it happen. Some years, Noah and Joseph would say, how are we going to be able to afford to get to the Olympic trials? How are we going to be able to afford to get to China? And I would say, don't worry about it. That's my job as your mom. We'll figure it out. And you guys as a community helped us figure it out. So thank you.